Pakistan's Field Marshal Asim Munir's recent outburst threatening to use nuclear weapons against India and also to take down half of the world if India attacks has a hidden message. Munir's statement is an underlining of the fact that the US has veered towards Pakistan in recent times. And in doing so, he is taking pot shots at India's foreign and strategic policy, wherein US President Donald Trump has rebuffed India and aligned with Pakistan. But at the same time, it has signified an important articulation of the Pakistani position, that it is now very proximate to both the US and China, which is actually going back to Pakistan playing historical role of being the bridge between Washington DC and Beijing. Ostensibly, Munir is seeing himself in the role to bring the US and China closer. In 1971, it was Pakistan that played the critical role in facilitating the then US Secretary of State Henry Kissinger's secret visit to China, laying the ground US President Richard Nixon's visit to China in 1972, with China's Premier Zhou Enlai being warmly receptive to US overtures. The meeting set US-China ties on a strong mooring which catered to the common interest of encirclement of the then USSR. On the face of it, Munir's tirade has some nuisance value. At the beginning of this year, according to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, Pakistan is believed to possess about 170 nuclear warheads, marginally less than India's 180. But to actually walk his talk is quite another ballgame. As if not to be outdone, the military strongman's cue has been followed by his political cohorts. On Tuesday, a bellicose Bilawal Bhutto, Pakistan's foreign minister, issued a warning to India over the abeyance of the Indus Waters Treaty of 1960, saying, and I quote, "You people are strong enough for war to get back all 6 rivers. If India continues on this path, it leaves us with no choice except to consider all options, including the possibility of war, to protect our national interest." The US has inked several key deals with Pakistan to develop and exploit the latter's huge mineral reaches in the troubled province of Balochistan. Balochistan is also a province where China is very heavily invested in. It is through Balochistan that the China-Pakistan economic corridor passes through before connecting with the Gwadar port on the Arabian Sea. This is a project where China has already put in about $58 billion. For India, a plausible way out could be to build trade and relationships with nations, especially with the European Union and China. It could well be a golden opportunity to help position multilateral formats like the Shanghai Cooperation Organization of the SCO and BRICS into formidable entities that could alter the course of global destiny.